Put your eyes back in your head.
Popped out like flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.
Yo, what's going on, family? Before we get started on this post game show or whatnot, we want to give you know, a shout out to Maurice Norris, Detroit Lions. We hope and pray that young man will be all right. We hope that his family and everything will be able to, be there by his side or whatnot. We have not heard anything and nothing's been confirmed about his condition. But once the league and the reporters get it, we will give it to you. But going forward, hey, life is bigger than football, and that's something that we learned this evening. But as of now, let us go ahead and get to the portion of the game that we did see and everything, and give our takes on it and what we thought about the players. Mike, go ahead and get started, man.
All right, so the game in itself, as Juan said before, hold on. I know I thought I saw something. I don't know what I just saw. But I don't know why. I just saw some breaking news somewhere, and I don't know what exactly I saw. But the game in itself was pretty entertaining up to this point. Like I said, we want to send all the prayers to Maurice Norris of the Detroit Lions, and like I said, offensively, I like what I saw from this Atlanta Falcons team. They did a wonderful job of just executing the plan. I thought Zach Robinson had those guys very prepared. Easton Stick, the offensive line. I thought the offensive line did a wonderful job of protecting him all night for the most part. And this is a damn good team in the Detroit line. So these guys were more than prepared. So I love what I saw from the offensive line. I love what I saw from Drummond, Chris Blair, few of the wide receivers, the tight ends, the offensive line. Like I said, they did a wonderful job of protecting the quarterback. Um and defensively, you look at Jeff Ulbrich. I love what I saw from Jeff Ulbrich. He was very engaging. He was very much involved in the defense, and what I mean by involved, I love this the activity. He wasn't just coaching and calling plays. He was on the sideline being very engaging with the players. That's the thing that stood out to me. And like I said, we won't go long for this one because obviously we got another post game show going right now on Coach Unchained. But like I said, I love what I saw from the defensive side of the ball. Um, I love what I saw from the defensive side of the ball. They got after it, but more than that, it like the activity, like defensive line, the linebackers, the secondary, everybody was tackling. They was rallying to the ball, and that's the thing that you like to see from a defense that everybody's communicating, but on top of the communication, they were very active, they were very physical, and they was getting after it. We can talk about James Pierce Jr. I was very I was happy with he as well as Jalen Walker. Those guys were getting off the snap. They're going to continue to get better. But what I like about James Pierce Jr. Um, and what I've seen, the balance is immaculate for guy that size. He's strong on the point because these offensive linemen love to use their hand. And if you're not an edge guy that has a solid base and is strong as a pass rusher, you can get pushed around. And those are things that guys like Tack McKinley, Vic Beasley, they struggle with the physical aspect of the game. And what I've seen from James Pierce Jr., he was really physical on that edge. Like I said, he was getting there. He was turning the corner. He was getting to the quarterback. Didn't get the sack, but those guys had very good activity. I even like what I saw from Lamar Jackson. I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this: this is definitely Ulbrich's defense, hands down, no doubt about it. Them boys had no quit. They took on his personality. They came in there ready to fight. I mean, James Pierce Jr., Lamar Jackson, them boys is all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Um, for me, I looked at more so how, like Mike said, everything was on the sidelines. Every time the guys came off the field, Brick was right there, got the tablet, grabbing him up, walking over there. He did not smile until that team scored. There was no smile on his face until the team scored.
Mm-hmm.
And as he went over there, he went over what they did good, what they did bad. He gave him a pat on the back and everything, and they went right back to it. But the one thing that stood out to me was the defense was in attack mode all the game, all the time. Whether they had made a mistake, when they made a mistake, they recovered from it. That's the kind of stuff I want to see, because that's letting me know right now that you can reset. That's the kind of stuff that I like to see. Now, as far as the offensive side of the ball, I thought Easton Stick, he held it. He held his poise in the pocket quite well. He was decisive. He wasn't shaking, and like you said, we answered the score with a score. The other guy's name is Emory Jones. Emory Jones did well. I was surprised to see Emory take off and run and try to juke people like he was Bijan. I mean, that showed it take a lot of courage to do that. Most times quarterbacks running in a straight line and they getting down. He had a couple hiccups here or there, but you know what I'm saying, that's to be had in the preseason game. The guys was on point. Out for the most part, I was satisfied. I wanted to see if the defense had that grit, and I wanted to see if the offense was there to complement it. Now, as far as special teams, we know the kicker, he has some work that he has to do. It's mechanical, but I believe if they tighten that up, he's gonna be a problem. He's gonna be a problem in his own right.
Mm-hmm.
But as I say again, everybody, y'all gotta pay attention, bro. It's stuff always bigger than football, and the fact that they were able to just stop in the middle of the game and do what they did out of humility, that sends volumes. So, while we like what we like or dislike about this team, at the end of the day, they give a damn about their fellow man, and you can't beat that.
No. Truth.
Well, I pretty much covered it. I like to rally into the ball. You can tell it's an identity already. If nothing else, if it's not formed, it's forming. Um, you know, we saw a few personal fouls. Now you want to clean that up a little bit. You don't want to take away the aggressiveness, but let's just clean that up a little bit, because you don't them 15-yard penalties. Hey boy, hey, they can be damaging. But I like the activity. I like how we got to the ball. I like how the guys, or like how the running backs ran behind their pads. And you tell he running behind their pads, because that's how the injury happened. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's prayers for that kid, man. But the kicker came in there, and he nailed, and he split 57 yards. I don't know, for whatever that worth. He split 57 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
June boy, what's going on? How you doing, brother?
so that's but other than that, hey man, let's just let's hope everything be all right with that kid, and hey man, hopefully we came out pretty clean on the injury front. And that's about all I got.
True. Sam.
I said it about a week or so ago. We are watching the new era, a Buddy Ryan 2.0 in the making.
Ooh.
Why
Um,
is that exactly?
from the start of this game, the defense meant business. From the start of this game, when you are able to get pressure, when you are able to disrupt, when you are able to create chaos with your base front, that is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
The intensity, the tenacity, the urgency you saw from this defense. There were plays made at every level. Just from that, again, at 9 quarterback pressures, 5 hits on the quarterback, 2 fumbles created, 2 fumbles recovered by the defense.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to put the offense in good mental positions to dial up and try to, and create some semblance of, sustaining the drive. I like what I saw from some parts of the offensive line. I like what I saw from that kid Drummond from Easton, Michigan.
Yes.
I like what I saw from Chris Blair. I hope for all intents and purposes, from a mentality standpoint, that Nathan Carter can work through and not put undue pressure on himself being involved with what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, these things should have adverse effects on both ends. It was a bang bang play. I will say this because I was just watching some of the on the field interviews, and you're kind of saying it without saying it. This is bad.
They're gonna have to give that boy some time. I'm gonna be real with you.
This is bad. What whatever the extent is, it's bad. It's bad, and I hope that I feel for the young man. But I hope he's able to come out of this. This is bad. Okay, what we saw with him, his body, and then the medical staff gets out there, and they get Grady on the field, to get him out. This is bad. This is bad. But I will commend the NFL for handling it the way they handled it and suspending the game. Kudos to them. Life is measured in different aspects. But this is the things that have happened in this league. They've learned from it, and they the game from a medical standpoint, from an urgency standpoint, from a mental standpoint, has changed in how we deal with and handle things in protocols and whatnot. I commend the NFL for doing what they did and making the call from New York. Um, it was the right thing to do. We've seen a lot of bad things happen on the field. We've seen guys get paralyzed from the neck down, from the waist down. We've seen legs get broken in two. I was watching the game on that Monday night when Joe Theismann's leg got broke. I was watching the game when Darren Stingley got paralyzed from the neck down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a sight. I feel for that young man and his family. You don't know about this guy. Y'all should pray for this man, and hope that whatever happens comes out of it.
Yes.
But when the way things were handled, this is bad. This is bad. But
Well,
It's apparent head and neck issues
yeah.
is what they're reporting. So yeah.
yeah. So what they like I said, with that young man on the Falcons, they're gonna have to give him some time because right about now he's mentally not gonna be he's not gonna be any good to be playing, especially by being at home. But everybody will, once they get that final report, it'll go either way. But we all praying for him. But this is why we tell y'all, football ain't the end all be all. Life's a little bit bigger than football, man. At the end of the day, these guys got to go home to their families.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very, very classy the way the Falcons and the Lions came together. So look, bro, y'all don't be on here taking it too seriously.
On the lighter side of things, Jeff Ulbrich is him. Ulbrich is him. He's him.
He's saying Jeff Ulbrich. Sam has he can't say Ulbrich to save his own life, y'all.
that look, that's just the way he said. But
That's
look,
just the way he said, y'all. That just to clear that up.
Mm-hmm.
We know what you mean. We know what you mean.
His face fingerprints, his handprints, his pulse, his mentality is on this team,
Yes,
on this defense, and you can see it. You can
Yes.
see it. And again, I say, like I said before, I'd hate to be a position coach on that defensive staff after this week on those first cuts. I really do, because everybody played, everybody left it out there on the field. Everybody was producing, everybody was in their places. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask for too much more. You're gonna be in positions where you're gonna be like, damn, we had to cut that guy. It's gonna be a lot of that. It's gonna be a lot of that.
Yeah.
So Sam, what you're saying is that brick theory is real.
Yes.
The brick theory. There we go.
Brick theory is real.
Mm-hmm.
But see, it not only translated from the defense, but it translated to the offense. Because the O-line gave Easton Stick so much time. He had time to look in every direction once before he got his head back to throwing to who he wanted to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not our first string. And I told the guys this. I said, when we was looking at DeMarco Hellams and all that, imagine the first string. Imagine the first string, all 11 guys out there doing their thing. Did y'all see the way Bijan and Tyler were cheering for the team? Imagine them guys out there with this kind of mentality.
Right.
It's gonna be a problem.
Vlad, what's going on, Vlad? How you doing, brother?
We are going to be a problem. What up, Bud? We're gonna be a problem. And even though it's a preseason game, I'm gonna tell you like this. You know what? Our biggest enemy is not anybody that we gonna face this season. It's them refs. Cause bruh. Ooh.
Jay Diaz, you ain't got a lick of sense.
Man.
Yeah.
But
Hitman is Helms is making his mark. He's making his stand.
Woo! Lord have mercy, boy.
bruh.
That kid Woods.
Yeah.
He again. I hate to be a position coach or the coordinator on his defense. That kid, he's gonna make it hard for them to move him, because he made some plays.
Lamar Jackson did too. Lamar did. Let me let y'all know how dedicated this young man was. He stopped the running back from getting to the end zone. This man grabbed both of his legs and tackled him.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
That's some dedication. I can see one leg, maybe a waist. This man, you grab both this man's leg by himself. Now, wasn't nobody else by he was out there by his lonesome.
William Amon, I don't know about that, but he's going to be on this team. I will say this much: he's going to be on this team. They drafted him for a reason, and he made a mark. He played like he wants to be here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm loving what I'm saying from him.
He played like he wanted to be here. I'm expecting to see Trice in game 2. In preseason game 2 to see what he's gonna look like. Taquan Graham looked good. Aurora looked good. Evan Ketty looked good. Leonard Floyd looked good on his. That everybody that was up front. They were moving the line of scrimmage into the backfield. They were making the quarterbacks, get out of their comfort zone. Again, you touch the quarterback 9 times, sack him once, and cause 2 turnovers. And recover those. I'm just saying.
That's a
They
good
was
thing.
very active on that defensive front, man. It wasn't just the defensive line. It was just the front 7 was just locked in.
Yeah.
They look active. They look like they was ready. And what Sam's saying, just like why I'm kind of I like the fact that Ulbrich is so engaged in every aspect of it. You can just see it. He's not just sitting back and saying, all right, we're gonna watch the offense and see. He's soon as the defense is over, whether we, gave up a point or we gotta stop, he was headed right over to the sideline, grab the tablet and teach. And that's what I said I wanted. I want to see the growth from everybody. I want to see the growth from Raheem. I want to see the growth from Ulbrich. I want to see the growth from Zach Robinson. Like, I want to see growth. I don't care nothing about these players because the thing at the end of the day, talent is always going to be talent, but we need to up our game. If we're going to be remembered or regarded as a legitimate franchise, we can't hold back on coaching. We have to improve our coaching staff, and I was impressed with the coaching staff today. And that's what, like I said, my thing is, I don't care if Raheem is a great teacher on defense, a great teacher on offense. My thing is, I want him to make the right decisions and be engaged in every aspect when it matters to be a head coach, and that's the decision making, knowing when to pull guys, knowing when to give the coach the complete control and take it away from him. Like, he needs to learn that aspect of coaching.
Yeah. And then what? As it goes down the line, we want to see the adjustments and everything like that. Because now what you're going to see is the whole team is going to have to have a mental reset. So that is part of coaching when you get ready to see the next game. So I mean, I'm happy with it, but this is definitely Ulbrich's defense, and these boys hit.
Yeah,
they hit, they tackle, and I'm gonna say it again. I know it's gonna irritate Mike. They were not 9 miles off the line of scrimmage.
This is Brick's defense, but that's what I want. I like I said, I give him credit for that. Raheem credit for staying away from it. That's what you need to do as a coach. Look, let those guys coach. Like, my philosophy has always been, when I need to step up and be the leader on AFN, like, that's my job. It's to know when to step up and know when to get the hell out of the way. But allow people to make mistakes. Allow people to, and like, stand 10 toes down on a situation where I know it needs to be, the message needs to be this. That's what Ryan needs to get for, like that's what he needs to get better at.
And guys, do not, like I said, one game at a time. Do not be concerned about the hiccups that you saw tonight. This was the team's first time playing some of these guys first time playing in the NFL period, that chemistry is going to take time. Usually by the third preseason game, you kind of see your second, your third, fourth string players. They got their chemistry, but I want y'all to be encouraged, because if these guys are playing at this level, listen closely. If these guys are playing at this level and they're just playing to get on the team, imagine what the first are going to do. Imagine what the starters are going to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking at, because think about it. Veterans don't like to be outshined. Why they going to cheer you on? Oh, they're going game one. Okay. Trust me.
Teddy Bear, I don't know what you was looking at. I would say that about one pass defense play, but the run defense was adamantly on point tonight. Outside of the backside break by Hooker, we gave up nothing in the run game.
Well, see,
again. Let me say this one. Let me say this real quick. So they're saying Dan Campbell and Raheem Morris agreed to forfeit the game, and they was waiting on the word from the NFL to kind of agree to those terms. So both guys agreed. Both guys are class act, and like I said, this is why Raheem is regarded as a player's guy, a organization guy, because he understands these moments, like in certain things, teaching has to take a step back. Development, football has to take a step back. And thank God for both of those guys making the right decision. That's why players love Dan Campbell. That's why they love Raheem, because they make these decisions.
Right. Now, what you guys got to understand about like I said, the offense is they're going to have to get their chemistry together. But what you're looking at is, if they're playing this way, then that means all your veterans and all your guys have been here 2, 3, 4, 5 years. They're going to play.
Hold on. Sorry, Juan. But this is probably encouraging. But this has come from Mark Ramundi. It says he's breathing, he's talking, it's good. He's got some movement. Now they got to run tests. So thank God he's moving.
He's alive.
But like I said, he's alive. Thank God for that.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna let y'all know something. Medically wise, the most dangerous part of the neck is from the base of the skull to the top of your shoulders, because that includes parts of the brain stem that's regarded for breathing and heartbeat. So if he's breathing and heartbeat, then that means that them vertebrae up in there are not crushed. And if he's got partial feeling, then it's a shock to his system. So that's the good thing. So that'll help. That's going to help everybody on both sides, on both teams. So know that he's still with us. But yeah, man, it's the offense is about chemistry, just like the defense. It's one game at a time. Each time you get better. They're gonna swap players out. Think about this. Detroit had to switch up their offensive play in order to throw off our defense, because our defense was not allowing them to get anywhere. That bodes well. Anytime a team has to go into trick plays in a preseason game based on your defensive aggressiveness and schemes, that lets you know that, okay, what are the ones going to do on teams? And you're going to see this during the season now. Teams are going to switch up on us, because if we're playing defense like that, they're going to have to switch up.
Yeah. And he did, Jay. He did. They just interviewed him in front of the opposing locker room. Again, the NFL, the Falcons organization on the whole handled this. You can't handle this
wonderfully.
That this will happen.
Right.
You can't. When you have something like that, and the kid's body reacts to something like that the way it was, and the way it looked.
Yeah, that was a coach.
The way it looked, so for Raheem to, because I kind of sort of read his lips when they showed them talking. He was like, what do you want to do? Because it's mentally nobody's looking stable. So
Nah, they didn't want to play.
that was their conversation at the 45-yard line.
Right. I mean, you could tell the air got sucked out of the bins. Nobody wanted to play. Neither side was like, and you couldn't have made them play. They were done. Mentally, they was like, all right, I don't play no more. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the right thing to do because think about it. Y'all got 2 more preseason games and y'all got a 17-game season. Plus, if you get in a postseason, bro, they like, bro, we need to worry about this. And it goes back to the young man that got hurt on Buffalo. That let everybody know life ain't above this game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, game is not above life. So,
Well, you don't even have to go back that far. Just go back last season with Detroit and Hutchinson going down with snapping his leg.
Yeah.
Okay, and Campbell, God bless him, he did hella work to keep that team together.
Yeah. That's
You know what I'm
what
saying?
I'm saying.
So you're looking at a lot of different aspects. You're looking at a lot of different variables. And again, I commend the NFL for making the call to take it home.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm gonna say something. That's also fuel. Hear me clearly. How many times have we seen teams that get that's fuel because they're gonna play for him now.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna play for him. Falcons need to be able to mentally get themselves back into it. But yeah, Detroit, Dan Campbell's gonna use that as fuel. Mark my words. So whomever they play in the regular season.
Well, this is a class move in recognition of the moment, in recognition of the situation, from us to them to the league itself.
Yeah.
It was the right thing to do. It was the best thing to do.
Yeah.
So, hey, again, shout out to the Brick.
Yes, sir.
To satisfy the madness of my pronunciation of the man's name. And shout out to the Brick.
Okay. Look, we know you got that. Look, I have a problem paying attention all the time, and you guys problem saying all brick, brick.
All brick, all right.
But let me clear this up. Look, man, Raheem. Look, I don't want to make it seem like I dislike Raheem because it ain't about dislike. It's about what's best for this team, and what we need from this team is success. Period. Point blank. I don't care about whether or not people are liked or disliked. We want to win. We want a defense that we can be we can be proud of, like the 77, 78, 79, 80, 81 Falcons defense.
Yep.
And known as the grits bits. We want to be proud of that. I don't care about whether fucking people like him. I don't care. If I disliked them, but we was getting we were getting results. This is about it. So I don't care about Raheem holding him back or Ulbrich holding him back for blitz. I don't care about none of that. What I saw right there was a positive sign for this Atlanta Falcon team. Because we got a guy that understands that he's a coach. And at times, you're going to need to stay the hell out of the way. Because guess what? Everything good. Don't mess up a good thing because you want to throw, oh, man, I think I want to throw in, let's throw a moon ball up and they get picked off. Like that's stupid crap. Understand the moment. Raheem needs to understand the moment, how the team is responding to said coach or said player or whatever the case may be, and make the decision to stay out of the way or get involved. These are the aspects of coaching that you got to understand. It goes back to what Tom Brady, even with Josh McDaniels and Bill Belichick. Like Bill Belichick, when his defense wasn't playing well, look, he just let Tom Brady just throw the ball 50 times in the game. or they got LeGarrette Blunt, James White, them guys running the ball. Well, guess what? They abandoned the passing game. Tom Brady ended up with 175 yards passing. Like
Yeah.
this, understanding the moment. Those are the things I want Raheem to improve at. So it ain't about hating him or Raheem trying to hold this guy back or hold that guy back. This is about winning. This is about success. The hell with being liked and the hell with being disliked. We want to win. We want something to be proud of.
Well, Mike, to piggyback off of that, honestly, when your defensive front is already getting home, there's no reason to blitz. Raheem, I'm gonna be honest with you. Raheem didn't hold Ulbrich back. Raheem did what he was supposed to do. He was a supporting cast member in another man's defense. Jeff Ulbrich and them was already getting home. They didn't have to blitz. Again, like I said before, if y'all pay attention, go back and watch the early part of the game. We saw a lot of trick plays. It's the reason why they got their first touchdown. Why were they doing trick plays? Because our defense was getting home. They couldn't get past 10 yards until they started doing them trick plays. So we really didn't need the blitz because we were already making an impact. Once they switched up how they did their offense, then we may have had to go the blitzing route. But for the most part, no, we didn't have to blitz. Because we defensively we had their number. That's why it took them so long to score. We affected both of their quarterbacks.
Yep.
So y'all gotta pay to the little details, the intricate details of football. Y'all gotta pay attention. When a team switches up their offense, when they make certain adjustments, they're making adjustments because they can't get what they want.
Right.
So let's kind of wrap it up. We're gonna start with one, get your last 8, and then Sam, and then I'll close it out.
Yeah.
All right, look, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you keep your prayers going out. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to everybody on the panel. Mad Mike Sports, Mr. White Network, and Mr. Tactician 78 on YouTube. We'll have some more shows coming for you guys for the week. I don't know if Coach is going to do anything after that. And we got regulators coming up on Sunday. So you guys stay tuned, man. And hey, it's football season, everybody. Let's get it.
You got a whole lot of everything on tonight. You in some cases you just got to know how to roll, what to do and what not to do. And we were there for it. We was there with it, and you know what I'm saying. We hope we covered it to the best of you all's liking. Again, we had a good insight of, you know what I'm saying, the grounds of making, metaphor mutating into a pretty good defense. Looking forward to game 2. Again, yeah, Coach for tomorrow. Guys, Sunday, you have me back on Monday evening, you know what I'm saying, to start the week. It's what we do, how we do when we do it.
Yes. So with that being said, man, we truly appreciate everybody for joining us. If you can head over to AFN, they're still live. But I will say this, like I always say after the show, don't come in here with your motherfucking feelings on your fingernails, okay? This ain't the channel for you. You can keep that sensitive shit away from me. You can keep that sensitive shit away from us, because this platform, we don't care about what you crying and whining about. Understand it's a debate. Understand it. We're gonna disagree. And if you don't like that, I got 2 words for you. Suck it. Too much sensitive shit out here. Everybody want to fucking be mad. Oh, you did. That's not what I'm saying. No, y'all didn't have to rant on me. Shut the fuck up. Weak ass shit. Oh, motherfucker can't take a damn verbal ass whooping.
You can't disagree with somebody without cussing them out. Fuck you.
Hey, get out of here with that weak, sensitive stuff. Like you so damn sensitive these days. That's
You guys don't want to be my friend. You block me.
TV. Fuck you, TV.
stop being so damn sensitive, y'all. It ain't that damn deep.
Be a
Everybody can get a
man.
verbal everybody can get a verbal lashing, including me.
Take that girl off.
Y'all done made
Damn.
Lil Murphy show up.
Damn, all this damn crying because motherfucker got a verbal ass kicking. You ain't get punched in the damn eye, shit. It's better. Look, I'd rather have a verbal ass whooping than getting punched in the damn eye. Be out here looking like what's called on Menace to Society. Never mind. Never mind.
It's time to go.
I'm gonna say this real quick. James Pierce Jr. looked a whole lot better than Mike Green.
Oh, bruh. See, they don't want to have a conversation. They don't want to have that conversation. They do not want to have that conversation.
We got some.
Yeah.
We got that coming. We're gonna talk about a lot of this throughout the week. So y'all, look, man, it's football season. It's football season, bro. That right here, Jay. That's what I'm saying, man. We learned time ago. Don't take everything to heart. Just gotta talk shit. That's it, man. That's all.
Look, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. Yep. And with that, good people, we gonna end it and let y'all go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired. I need some greens.
I gotta go. Peace.
Later.
Public service announcement. We know what you did.